Remember being the smart kid, the one who understood everything immediately? The kid teachers praised, parents bragged about, and classmates looked up to? It felt great, didn't it? Everything came easily. Success was effortless. You never had to struggle, never had to ask for help. Until one day you woke up and realized something scary. Being smart wasn't helping anymore. Now, as an adult, you find yourself lost, unsure, even scared. You look around at friends, coworkers, people your age who seem to have things figured out. They're taking risks, growing, thriving, and here you are, stuck, feeling like you're going nowhere. You can't help but think, I used to be smart. What happened to me? But let me tell you the truth that nobody told you. Being labeled the smart kid was never a blessing. It was a trap. You spent your entire childhood building your identity around something you never had to earn, your intelligence. Now, every challenge feels like a threat because if you can't do it instantly, perfectly, it feels like proof you were never really smart to begin with. Think about the last time you tried something new. Maybe it was learning a language, starting a business idea, or even cooking something complicated. How did it feel when you weren't immediately good at it? Awful, right? It felt like failing. And because your entire identity was built around being smart, that feeling was unbearable. So, you stopped. You retreated back to what you already knew. And now, you're stuck living inside your comfort zone, too scared to venture out, too afraid to be a beginner again. This isn't laziness. It's fear. Fear of proving everyone wrong. Fear of disappointing people who told you how smart you were. Fear of disappointing yourself. And here's something deeper. Your fear of failure has become a fear of even trying. If you try and fail, what does that say about who you are? You've built an identity around being perfect on the first try. Now every mistake feels devastating. But here's the reality you missed. Mistakes aren't proof that you aren't smart. They're proof that you're learning. Mistakes are how everyone else grew, while you spent years carefully avoiding them. You probably see this most clearly in your perfectionism. You delay projects because you're terrified they won't be perfect. You call it procrastination, but it's actually self-preservation. You're protecting your fragile identity from the possibility of failure. The tragedy is, this protection is keeping you from becoming who you could truly be. That's why people with half your intelligence and potential pass you by. They are simply willing to be bad at something long enough to become great. And let's talk about comparison. It hurts, doesn't it? Seeing friends succeed in areas where you feel stuck. Watching others take risks, start businesses, find happiness while you feel frozen. But you're not really jealous of their success. You're scared it means you've failed. You're comparing your insecurities to their highlight reels. They're succeeding because they're willing to struggle openly, while you hide behind the expectation of effortless brilliance. Even worse, you're comparing yourself to a past version of yourself, the kid who had so much potential. That kid's life was simpler, expectations lower, challenges fewer. Comparing yourself to that kid isn't fair. It's holding you hostage to an impossible standard. You're not supposed to match who you were at 15. You're supposed to grow beyond it. Okay. You need to let go of the fear that you peaked early. Life isn't a straight line and intelligence isn't fixed. Your brain isn't a trophy, it's a muscle, and it needs exercise. Real intelligence isn't about never struggling. It's about embracing the struggle, because that's how you grow. Every moment of discomfort isn't proof you're not smart. It's proof you're brave enough to learn something new. Start by embracing the joy of being a beginner. Let yourself be bad at something. Feel the excitement of figuring things out step by small step. Find pleasure in saying, I don't know yet, instead of feeling shame about it. Because here's what you need to understand. Your identity has always been bigger than your intelligence. You're also your kindness, your courage, your resilience. You grow when you dare to fail, when you're brave enough to be a beginner again. You haven't lost your intelligence. You've just outgrown the limits of being the smart kid. Now it's time to become something better. The smart adult, the learner, the risk taker. The person who isn't defined by how easily things come, but by how courageously they face challenges. So stop protecting your old identity. Step into uncertainty. Face the struggle. Because you were always smart, now it's time to become wise.